Lizzo is a rapper, singer, actor, songwriter, dancer, and she has come through with her sophomore album, Special. Now, it's been 3 years, or maybe 3 years. Honestly, trying to remember because these last few years have been such a blur to me. But I remember "Cause I Love You," and "Cause I Love You," I feel had this punch to it, this soul to it, this personality to it, where Lizzo came through and really showed you that like she really does have it all. She has like all the chops. She could rap, she could sing, she could really deliver emotional potency. She could give you compelling performances vocally on stage. And she really showcased that on her debut. And a fantastic songwriter as well, like really coming through with hooks that like really punch, really stick with you, and really hit you in the feels. Uh, Sorry, that wasn't smooth, but who cares? Anyway, so Lizzo has come back, and on this one, she's not really going above and beyond vocally, like, and not that she really has to or anything, but it doesn't really make or break the album. But I did kind of want her to go above and beyond, just a little bit, just break outside of her wheelhouse. Although that's vocally. Stylistically, she does break out of her wheelhouse, and unfortunately, there are some moments I didn't really dig as well as she would a soulful track or one of her like pop R&B tracks, unfortunately, or a straight up banger like Tempo. On this one, she kind of goes the route of like 80s synth pop, and it's a more commercialized 80s synth pop, if I'm being honest. And I feel like she's really just hopping on the trend in opposed to actually doing something interesting with it. And there are some moments where she does nail it, or a moment where she nails it on "To Be Loved." I feel like this is like a montage type song that you like play, and she's like exercising and getting ready, and the pumping synth on here is great. There are elements of it that kind of remind me of Hall and Oates just a little bit. And I also love how she's like playing off the background vocals, kind of talking, like communicating back and forth with it melodically. I think that's really clever. And sentiment is great too. Not sure if she's ready to get back into a relationship, or I should say relationship mode, after being hurt in the last one. And I feel that's something we can all relate to. And I feel she delivers that well. Uh, Unfortunately, there are some moments on here where it doesn't really land well, but it's more for, let's say, kind of the. No, I like the production. It's mainly the lyrics. There are a lot of cheesy lyrics on here, and it's just kind of grating, to be honest. Or lyrics that are meant to be funny, but don't really land well, like on Girls, where there is a Beastie Boys interpolation of the song Girls, and it just sounds like a. I don't mean this to be mean, but it's like taking the Powerpuff Girls, the original, and then throwing on a different look, different style, different feel. It just feels like a very cheap interpretation of it. And also, the male genitalia mutilation line didn't really uh, hit. I mean, it hit. Trust me, it touched me in a place that I didn't want to be touched in that way. And we're gonna leave that over there, and it's gonna stay over there. But and there are moments too where I do feel like, um, bless her heart, like she really was going for the motivational feel, the inspirational feel, but I feel like it panders more than it inspires on a few of these tracks, like Birthday, Special. And here's the thing, too, like Lizzo's a great songwriter. She's a great songwriter, great vocalist. I don't know why she decided to just scantily write these songs. I mean, granted, she could do what she wants. She's a grown ass woman. She could do what she wants. But I just wanted something a little more inspiring, a little more elaborate, which she could do. I just didn't get that on here. But that's not to say these tracks aren't without. This track list isn't without the highlights. It definitely is. To be honest, I feel like the narrative of love and the thematic feel of love is great. I feel like that is a great premise. I feel like that is a great theme to go by, which she sticks to. Unfortunately, due to some production and due to some lyrics, it kind of falters. But when she's talking about romantic love, I feel that's where I'm the most engaged with. I feel like she does that very well, like on the song Naked, which is very spotlit, very dramatic, very sensual, very passionate. And coming through with like great songwriting on here, I feel like there really is a double meaning to what she's saying on here with certain words she's saying. So it's very layered and really promotes body positivity in her way and sensual love in her way. Like it really draws the coalescing of romantic love and sexual love. And also comes off very poetic too, very poetic, very clever. And the guitars in the background just really, really hit well until the climax. Talking about the dramatic end of the song here, that climax. And there's another one too where Love Me or Love All of Me at All, a very soulful ballad to put on here. And I feel like it really captures the 70s style of R&B, soul, and rock. And kind of reminds me of a spiritualized song, just a little bit, like a later spiritualized song. Like there is definitely a hint of like gospel and soul like woven in there, and the guitars on there are just lovely and very well put together. And also you get like these psychedelic bops too, like Break Up Twice, where she's saying, look, I'm not the type to break up twice. If we're back together again, we're gonna make it work again. Or I mean, we're gonna make it work this time. I'm sorry, I'm tired, and it's showing. But we're gonna get through this because I want to be consistent with this. to best of my ability. I digress. So it ends off well too. I do enjoy the song Coldplay, where she definitely just wants to be loved to some Coldplay, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's fine, just as long as it's the first two or first three albums. Hopefully, she could do what she wants. But yeah. Now, aside from there being some songs that could have been left on the cutting room floor due to the production, due to the humor I didn't feel landed too well, especially on I Love You Bitch. I'm sorry, that's the humor on there is just really corny to me. But like I said, Lizzo, still a passionate singer, still very charismatic. That has not gone away. And yeah, I mean, not one of her best albums, but not a terrible album. It's certainly better than that Chris Brown album. That album was bad, but I had good ideas on there. I had some good ideas, but that's not the point. It's about Lizzo. It's about Lizzo. And I am feeling 3.5 stars on this album. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. If you check this album out, what are your thoughts on it? Do you enjoy it? Do you not enjoy it? Do you enjoy the first album more? Do you enjoy this album more? Let the Panther know. Lizzo special, The Panther will return. Oh, also, if you enjoy this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. Hit the bell as well. And now it's time for my sign off line. And The Panther will return.